As the Tory party prepare to lose the next election, you would think that the Labour Party are prepared for government. Well, you'd be wrong, because Keir Starmer is taking his MPs back to school to learn about politics and government. We are doomed, ladies and gentlemen. The political class have no idea how to govern this country. Welcome to the show, everybody. We're going to come to you guys every half an hour throughout the day with a number of updates from inside and outside the United Kingdom. Some stuff is happening across the European Union countries, from Italy to France, massive widespread protests, which we will be covering today on the channel. But first, let's talk about our own domestic politics. Keir Starmer, the Labour Party, are going to be spending money to teach their MPs how to do politics. Yeah, they're going to be preparing for government, and they thought, well, what we're going to do is we're going to get one of these lobby think tank groups to come and teach us how to get ready. And their excuse is that, oh, well, we haven't been in power since 2010. Okay, historically, traditionally, in politics, when you're a shadow government, shadow cabinet, all the jobs, that's the training. That's how you prepare for government. That's what it's called, shadow cabinet. If you think you need more lessons, I mean, it's probably needed, especially look at the caliber of the Labour MPs, but they've asked the Institute for Government to come in and give them a bespoke 90-minute training session beginning this week, and are going to be providing all this material by this think tank. And then this whole thing includes, well, they have 3 sections. One of them will be on the role of cabinet ministers. Oh, dear God. Another one on the transition into government. And the third one on scrutiny and spending. So what you're telling me is, until they take that training, that 90-minute training on the spending, scrutiny and spending, they don't know about scrutiny and spending. So whatever they tell us right now, we should just ignore, because they have no idea about spending. I mean, I could have told you they absolutely have no idea about scrutiny or spending. Again, the whole point of the shadow government is supposed to be preparing you for transition and for the role of the cabinet minister. I mean, you should know that. A-level students know that. You're going to have civil servants helping you. This is absolutely embarrassing. Also, let's just say, come on, Maya. All these MPs are new and young and fresh. They haven't been in power since 2010. Give them benefit of the doubt. Sure, but a 90-minute session per topic, do you think that's going to be enough? If they really need training. I'll give you a perfect example of why these people really have no idea what they're talking about, and probably proves the point about that scrutiny and spending training. This is Jonathan Reynolds. He's a Shadow Secretary of State for the Business Department. So clearly, being a Shadow Secretary of State is not enough for him to get ready for the job. He said, "We would be borrowing less money because our windfall tax would be more expansive. We will be bringing in additional sources of revenue." How do we know what you're talking about if you don't know? If you haven't done your training yet, you have not done your 90 minutes bespoke training on Zoom or whatever it's going to be. You can't just say random places like, "Oh, we're gonna find sources of revenue anyway. Just trust us." Windfall tax is not going to do anything. If you think it's gonna spend, well, you can cover the NHS for about 12 minutes. So, well done, guys. Well done. Even if you abolish billionaires and millionaires, you're not going to have enough time to actually allocate all the money, considering you're going to send more money to Ukraine and you're going to give the rest of the money to the NHS. Schools are going to be left out, as usual, and nobody's going to care about our industries. This is the Labour Party. They are not ready for government. The Tories are all over the place. We don't really know exactly who's in charge of government at this point, and we are relying on Keir Starmer to tell us what his policies are going to be eventually after his 90-minute training. So this is where we are. And we're going to come back in half an hour. We're going to tell you about how the Tory establishment are plotting to ban their own party members from voting in the next Tory leadership election. Subscribe to the channel. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.